The history of calculators can be traced back to the 17th century, with the invention of the mechanical calculator by Blaise Pascal in 1642. Pascal's calculator, also known as the Pascalin, was a simple device that could add and subtract numbers. In the 19th century, a number of more advanced mechanical calculators were invented, including the arithmometer by Charles Thomas in 1820 and the comptometer by Dörfelt in 1887. These calculators could perform all four basic arithmetic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. In the early 20th century, the first electromechanical calculators were invented. These calculators were faster and more reliable than mechanical calculators, and they were used in businesses and government offices throughout the world. In the 1960s, the first electronic calculators were invented. These calculators were much smaller and more portable than electromechanical calculators, and they quickly became popular with students and professionals alike. In the 1970s, the first handheld calculators were invented. These calculators were even smaller and more portable than previous calculators, and they could be powered by batteries. Handheld calculators quickly became a staple of schools and businesses around the world. In the 1980s and 1990s, calculators continued to become smaller, faster, and more powerful. Graphic calculators were introduced in the 1980s, and they allowed students and professionals to visualize and analyze mathematical functions. Scientific calculators were also introduced in the 1980s, and they included additional features for performing complex scientific calculations. Today, calculators are more powerful and versatile than ever before. Calculators can be found in a variety of devices, including smartphones, tablets, and computers. Calculators are used by students, professionals, and hobbyists alike to perform a wide range of mathematical tasks. Here is a brief timeline of some of the key milestones in the history of calculators. 1642, Blaise Pascal invents the Pascalin, the first mechanical calculator. 1820, Charles Thomas invents the arithmometer, a more advanced mechanical calculator. 1887, Dörfelt invents the comptometer, a mechanical calculator that can perform all four basic arithmetic operations. 1920s, the first electromechanical calculators are invented. 1960s, the first electronic calculators are invented. 1970s, the first handheld calculators are invented. 1980s, graphic calculators and scientific calculators are introduced. 1990s, calculators continue to become smaller, faster, and more powerful. 2000s, calculators become ubiquitous in smartphones, tablets, and computers. Calculators have come a long way since the days of the Pascalin. Today's calculators are essential tools for students, professionals, and hobbyists alike. Because of the rise of modern technology, such as Androids and iPhones and iPads, calculators for the most part have become largely obsolete. However, many people still use them, because some schools prohibit the use of smartphones, so a physical calculator can still come in handy. Physical ones come in a whole range of different sizes, prices, and types of calculator. Take the scientific calculator for example. This is more advanced than your average calculator, but they also come with a more steep learning curve, and understanding the functions can be more difficult than understanding and using a more basic primitive calculator.